The Church, a beacon of hope and connection, transcends time and culture. From humble beginnings in ancient Rome, the Church has evolved, enduring through triumphs and trials. The Church's true essence lies in the lives it touches and transforms. Early Christians, despite persecution, spread a radical message of love and hope. Persecution forged the early Church's resilience and unity, solidifying its faith. During Europe's Dark Ages, the Church provided stability, education, and hope. The Reformation challenged the Church's authority, sparking renewed spiritual fervor. Churches have long been cornerstones of social justice and community support. The Church's values extend into everyday lives, fostering unity and compassion. The Church's global reach unites people, providing aid and promoting peace. Section 4. When faith confronts crisis, the Church in times of need. In times of crisis, the Church serves as a source of strength, comfort, and hope. Individuals turn to faith communities for solace and guidance. The Church becomes a sanctuary for healing and rest. Gathering together, sharing stories, and offering prayers provide comfort and strength. The Church's message of hope offers a lifeline during suffering and loss. Churches are often first responders, providing aid during natural disasters. Section 1. Sacred Spaces, Artistic Expressions. The Church as patron of the arts. Step inside any grand cathedral or humble chapel, and you are immediately enveloped in a world of artistry that transcends time. The Church, throughout its history, has been a primary patron of the arts. Its walls adorned with breathtaking frescoes, its windows aglow with intricate stained glass, its very structure a testament to the architectural ingenuity of generations past. From the awe-inspiring mosaics of Ravenna to the soaring vaults of Gothic cathedrals, the Church has provided a canvas for artists to express the divine in ways that words alone cannot capture. These works of art, imbued with symbolism and spiritual significance, invite contemplation, stir the soul, and offer a glimpse into the transcendent. Consider the delicate brushstrokes of a Renaissance masterpiece depicting a biblical scene, each detail meticulously rendered to convey the humanity and divinity of the figures portrayed, or the vibrant hues of stained glass windows, transforming sunlight into a kaleidoscope of color that dances across the interior, inspiring a sense of wonder and awe. These artistic treasures are not merely decorative elements, they are integral to the Church's mission of connecting people to the divine. They serve as visual representations of faith, reminding viewers of the stories and teachings that lie at the heart of their beliefs. Through the power of art, the Church has created sacred spaces that inspire, elevate, and invite contemplation on the mysteries of faith. Section 2. A Tapestry of Voices, Music and the Church's Enduring Legacy. Music, with its unique ability to stir the soul and express the full range of human emotions, has always been an integral part of the Church's tapestry. From the ancient chants of Gregorian monks to the soaring hymns of the Protestant Reformation, the Church has fostered a rich musical tradition that continues to resonate with people from all walks of life. Imagine the ethereal beauty of a Gregorian chant, its monophonic melody echoing through the vaulted ceilings of a medieval cathedral, transporting listeners to a realm of spiritual contemplation. Or the power of a gospel choir, their voices raised in joyous praise, their rhythms infectious, their energy electrifying. The church's musical legacy extends far beyond its walls. The influence of sacred music can be heard in the works of classical composers like Bach, Handel, and Mozart, who drew inspiration from liturgical texts and melodies. The spirituals sung by enslaved Africans in America, born out of suffering and hope, gave rise to new genres of music, their rhythms and melodies woven into the fabric of American culture. Music, in the context of the church, is more than just entertainment. It is an act of worship, a way of connecting with the divine and expressing the deepest longings of the human heart. Whether through congregational singing, choral anthems, or instrumental pieces, music has the power to uplift, inspire, console, and unite people in a shared experience of faith. Section 3. Shaping Hearts and Minds. The Church's influence on education and literacy. The Church's commitment to education has been a cornerstone of its mission since its earliest days. Recognizing the transformative power of knowledge, the Church has played a pivotal role in promoting literacy, establishing schools and universities, and preserving ancient texts that might otherwise have been lost to history. During the Middle Ages, monasteries served as centers of learning, their scriptoriums bustling with scribes meticulously copying manuscripts by hand, preserving the wisdom of ancient Greece and Rome for future generations. These monastic communities laid the foundation for the universities that would later emerge, institutions that would shape the intellectual landscape of Europe and beyond. The Church's commitment to education was not limited to the elite. Recognizing that literacy was essential for individuals to engage with Scripture and participate fully in the life of the Church, religious orders established schools for children from all walks of life, providing them with the tools they needed to read, write, and thrive. The Church's emphasis on education was not merely about imparting knowledge, it was about nurturing the whole person, fostering critical thinking skills, cultivating moral character, and inspiring a lifelong love of learning. The Church recognized that education, when grounded in faith and values, had the power to transform lives and shape a more just and compassionate world. Section 4. Moral Compasses and Social Reform. The Church's evolving role in a changing world. Throughout its long and complex history, the Church has grappled with its role in addressing social ills and advocating for justice. From challenging oppressive power structures to championing the rights of the marginalized, the Church has often found itself at the forefront of social change, its moral compass guiding its actions and shaping its response to the challenges of each era. The abolition of slavery, the fight for civil rights, the movement for women's suffrage, these are just a few examples of social justice movements that found unwavering support within the Church. Individuals and denominations, driven by their faith and a deep sense of moral obligation, spoke out against injustice, challenged discriminatory laws, and worked tirelessly to create a more equitable and just society. The Church's role in social reform has not been without its complexities and contradictions. There have been times when the Church has fallen short of its own ideals, aligning itself with oppressive powers or remaining silent in the face of injustice. However, even in the midst of its failings, the Church's commitment to social justice has never been fully extinguished. The words of prophets and reformers, challenging the status quo and calling for a more just and compassionate world, continue to echo through the centuries, inspiring new generations to take up the mantle of social change and work towards a better future. Section 1. The Inner Sanctuary. Finding Solace and Strength. The Church is more than a place of worship. It is a sanctuary for the soul. In a noisy world, the Church offers quiet reflection and peace. Surrounded by fellow believers, individuals find solace and strength. Stepping through the church doors, anxieties lift. Stained glass, whispers of prayer, and organ music create tranquility. For those grappling with grief, the Church offers compassion and understanding. Tears flow freely, burdens are shared, and comfort is found. The Church provides a sense of belonging and support. It unites people from all walks of life, offering purpose and belonging. Section 2. Navigating life's journey, spiritual guidance and moral compass. Life is a journey filled with twists and turns, moments of joy and seasons of sorrow. The church serves as a compass, providing spiritual direction and moral clarity. Its teachings offer insights into the human condition, helping individuals find meaning. Imagine facing a difficult decision or feeling lost. The church offers wisdom, counsel, and support in these moments. Its teachings encourage ethical decision-making and living with integrity. The church provides a sense of accountability and community support. Being part of a larger community offers encouragement and support. Teachings on forgiveness and grace offer hope and healing. Section 3. The power of prayer, communion, and transformation. Prayer is a lifeline to the divine, connecting with God on a deeply personal level. Through prayer, we express gratitude, seek guidance, and offer our hopes and anxieties. Whether whispered in solitude or voiced in unison, prayer transforms hearts and heals wounds. In moments of solitude, we experience peace, comfort, and connection. Communal prayer unites voices, offering comfort and interceding for a hurting world. It strengthens community bonds, fostering unity and interdependence. Faith in action and the call to service. True faith is a call to action, living out our beliefs in ways that make a difference. Inspired by Jesus, we extend compassion, generosity, and love to those in need. Simple acts of kindness can have a profound impact, demonstrating Christian love. The church mobilizes resources to address systemic issues like poverty and injustice. Serving others is a privilege, an opportunity to be the hands and feet of Christ. Through service, the church becomes a beacon of hope and healing in the world. Section 1. Shifting Sands. The Church in an Age of Uncertainty. The 21st century has ushered in an era of unprecedented change, characterized by rapid technological advancements, globalization, and a growing sense of uncertainty about the future. In this rapidly evolving landscape, the Church finds itself navigating a complex and often challenging terrain, grappling with questions of relevance, identity, and its place in a world increasingly skeptical of traditional institutions. The rise of secularism, a worldview that emphasizes reason and empirical evidence over religious faith, has led some to question the continued relevance of the Church in modern society. Others, disillusioned by scandals within the Church or struggling to reconcile traditional beliefs with contemporary values, have drifted away from organized religion altogether. The Church, once a dominant force in shaping cultural values and societal norms, now finds its influence waning in many parts of the world. The values it espouses, humility, compassion, forgiveness, self-sacrifice, often stand in stark contrast to the individualism, materialism, and pursuit of self-gratification that characterize much of contemporary culture. Yet even as the Church confronts these challenges, it also encounters unprecedented opportunities for innovation, outreach, and engagement with a world hungry for meaning, purpose, and authentic connection. The very forces that seem to challenge the Church's traditional role also create new avenues for sharing its message of hope, love, and redemption. Section 2. Empty pews, searching hearts, declining attendance, and the question of relevance. In many parts of the world, churches face the sobering reality of declining attendance. Empty pews, once filled with generations of families, stand as silent reminders of a bygone era when church attendance was a near-universal practice. This trend, driven by a complex interplay of factors, has sparked a period of introspection and soul-searching within the church, prompting questions about its relevance, its message, and its ability to connect with a changing world. The reasons behind declining attendance are multifaceted. The rise of secularism, the increasing demands of work and leisure activities, and the proliferation of alternative spiritual practices have all contributed to a decline in traditional religious observance. For some, particularly younger generations, the Church's teachings can seem outdated, irrelevant to their lived experiences, or out of sync with their values. This decline in attendance presents the church with a stark choice: cling to outdated traditions and risk becoming increasingly irrelevant, or embrace innovation, adapt to changing cultural norms, and find new ways to connect with a generation seeking meaning and purpose outside the confines of traditional religious structures. The church's response to this challenge will determine its future. Those who embrace change, who are willing to meet people where they are, and who are committed to making the church a welcoming and inclusive space for all, regardless of background or belief, will be best positioned to thrive in the 21st century. Section 3, A Fractured World, A Divided House, Internal Divisions and the Challenge of Unity. The church has grappled with internal divisions and differing interpretations of Scripture. These disagreements have led to growth and diverse expressions of faith. In a polarized world, the church faces the challenge of maintaining unity. Issues like sexuality, gender identity, and social justice spark debates. These disagreements threaten the church's credibility and unity. The challenge is to engage in respectful dialogue and seek common ground. This requires empathy, understanding, and prioritizing unity over uniformity. The church's ability to navigate divisions will be a testament to its commitment to love and compassion. Rekindling the flame. The church's enduring relevance in a changing world. Despite challenges, the church remains vital, its message of hope, love, and redemption transcending cultural shifts. The human heart finds solace, guidance, and belonging within the church's embrace. In a world of isolation, the church offers community, connection, and hope. Its teachings on forgiveness and redemption offer healing and wholeness. The church, at its best, is a beacon of hope and a catalyst for positive change. As we conclude our journey into the heart of the church, we find ourselves not at an ending, but at a threshold. The story of the church, as we've seen, is one of constant evolution, adaptation, and renewal. It's a story woven from the lives of countless individuals across millennia, each seeking solace, purpose, and connection in a world often shrouded in uncertainty and doubt. Despite the shifting sands of culture, the church's core remains remarkably steadfast. It's a testament to the enduring power of faith, hope, and love, values that transcend time and circumstance. The church, at its heart, is about people. People seeking meaning, people finding solace, people coming together to build something greater than themselves. It's easy to get caught up in the grandeur of cathedrals, the intricacies of doctrine, or the weight of history. Yet the true essence of the church is found not in bricks and mortar, but in the lived experiences of its people. It's found in the quiet acts of kindness, the tireless work for social justice, and the unwavering commitment to serving those in need. The church, despite its flaws and failings, remains a beacon of hope in a world often shrouded in darkness. It's a place where broken hearts find healing, where lost souls find direction, and where the weary find rest. It's a reminder that we are not alone in our struggles, that there is a love that transcends our understanding, and that hope, even in the darkest of times, never truly fades. The church, as we've seen, is not a static institution, frozen in time. It's a living, breathing organism, constantly adapting to the changing world around it. Its future, then, is not predetermined. It's being written every day by those who choose to be part of its story. This is both a challenge and an invitation. A challenge to confront the issues of our time with courage and compassion, to bridge divides, and to be a force for good in a world desperately in need of healing. It's an invitation to rediscover the radical love and inclusivity that define the early church, to welcome those who have been marginalized, and to create a space where all feel seen, heard, and valued. The church of the future will need to be one that listens more than it speaks, that prioritizes love over judgment, and that embraces innovation while staying true to its core values. It will need to be a church that is deeply rooted in its community, actively engaged in social justice, and committed to serving those on the margins. This is not a task for the faint of heart, but it's a task worth undertaking. The future of the church, and perhaps the future of our world, depends on it. It depends on our willingness to answer the call to love our neighbors, to seek justice for the oppressed, and to be ambassadors of hope in a world hungry for meaning and purpose. Our exploration into the heart of the Church has led us through centuries of history, across geographical boundaries, and into the depths of the human spirit. We've encountered moments of great triumph and profound tragedy, witnessed the transformative power of faith, and grappled with the complexities of belief in a changing world. What has perhaps become most clear is that the Church, like the individuals who comprise it, is always a work in progress. It's a journey of faith, hope, and love, marked by both stumbles and strides, moments of clarity and seasons of doubt. It's a journey that requires humility, courage, and an unwavering commitment to seeking truth, pursuing justice, and extending grace. The Church, at its best, reflects the heart of its founder, a heart full of compassion, forgiveness, and a radical love that knows no bounds. It's a love that compels us to reach beyond ourselves, to embrace the marginalized, to challenge injustice, and to be a force for good in the world. As we move forward, let us carry with us the lessons learned, the stories shared, and the inspiration gleaned from our exploration. Let us approach the Church, and indeed the world, with open hearts, open minds, and a renewed commitment to living out our faith in ways that make a difference. For it is in the living, breathing tapestry of faith, hope, and love that the true heart of the Church beats strongest.